I think one of the worst things a man can experience is the feeling or the confirmation that their significant other has cheated on them, right? Especially at the marriage point. And that's what we're going to be talking about today in this video, guys. We're going to be going over the r/pro revenge stories on Reddit. And particularly this one is going to be about a army, I don't know if you're a vet or just an army person that got cheated on while, being drafted in another country. So let's just jump right into it, guys. Before we start, just hit that sub button if you want, leave a comment on what we talk about today, and let's just jump right into it. Revenge on cheating wife, now ex, as well as karma that came afterwards. How I love that second part. Sorry about that. I just got a little carried away there. So, I am in the army and I was married. I was approaching my first deployment into Iraq. It was very stressful and it had my wife wanting me to find a way to stay and not deploy. Obviously, things any wife would try to talk about. Anyways, so we have no kids, but both want them. So we talk about getting out of debt while I'm gone. She talks to her best friend back home in another state where we are both from. Her friend agrees to let her move in and charge a modest $300 in rent so that we can get out of debt and start a family when I come back. A plan I was actually very pleased with. I deploy. She is there crying her eyes out, saying she will miss me and loves me and will start a family when I get back. So let's dissect this one. We're gonna dissect each one as we go, guys. So friend, very, very vague, right? Friend could be anything. It could be a guy, it could be a girl, it could be an alien, it could be a dog, like friend, right? Now, he probably assumed it was her homegirl. I'm thinking it's homeboy. It's a homeboy, right? That's just me, right? But, they have their troubles. He's going out to fight for the country, make money and ends meet for his family, for his wife and whatnot. And, right, it's just a kind of the usual takeoff kind of situation for people in the army. So we're starting off pretty regular. Let's jump into the story a little further. Fast forward 2 months. She starts acting distant. Oh, no. Not wanting to talk much on her scheduled calls or text back 1 or 2 word answers. Oh, drop the bitch. Anyways, we've been together 6 years. She's never at a loss for words. She got a big mouth is what he's saying. Anyways, one day she says, I need some space. Trigger. She asks someone who is 10,000 miles away for space. Bars. I say, why? She says she just needs space. She wants to find herself. Fellas, if a woman says she wants to find herself, she wants to get freaking demolished by Chad or Jerome. She wants to give that glop 43,000 to anyone else other than you. All right? Find herself. It's in quotations. You see that. You run from that. Carrying on. So I remember back when I lived at home, she had a guy who was always being borderline inappropriate. I'm not a very jealous person and I trust her. So I start seeing said guy on basically all her pictures. I don't know if that was said right. She posts with a group every time he is in the picture. Everyone else changes but never him. So basically, he's noticed that there is a individual, right? A guy that's just sticking around. He's there a little bit too much. He's not in and out of pictures. He's in all of them, which may, that gives more validity to him maybe being a partner, right? Someone that she's cheating on with. So he catches on to it. And, that's a good point. Once again, 10,000 miles and you need space. Like, come on, like at least make up a good lie. She sucks at lying, but anyways. So for the first time, I'm very jealous and uneasy, as you should be, about everything. So I clone her phone so I receive every text she receives as well as every text she sends. I'll never forget the first text I saw after cloning her phone. I don't know how you clone a phone, guys. I think towards the end he gives a bit of an explanation, but I do know when you share Apple IDs with two iPhones, you can track the other person and then have all their emails sent to you. So I don't know if I expose that for any guys out here, for any ladies watching, and for any guys, I don't promote that, but that exists. I'm just throwing that out there. Let's jump into the next one. This is where it gets good. Hey babe, I'll see you after work. Want me to save you any of my leftovers? From her to him, it destroyed me. I lost 35 pounds in a week. I didn't eat or sleep. I stared at my phone watching every conversation, watching them talk about trying to have a baby. It was literally everything a married person fears. I asked her if she was seeing someone, and she says no, she isn't. She's taking care of herself, and she loves me, blah, blah. I don't say anything about receiving her text for 2 months. Over this time, she finally admits cheating and that he is so much better than me at sex. You're evil, girl. Treating her right, and he does what she wants. Beta. During this time, she pays our debt off. She gets matching tattoos. I love you tattoos, and goes to shows with him, buying clothes, etc. with the money I'm making. So this is where the revenge starts. Yes, yes. Let's get to the revenge, guys. Let's get to the revenge. Okay, this is my part. I put a freeze on the account for a month. In that time, I change every password to every account to things she won't guess. Army jargon, slang terms, right? I block her on Facebook and my phone so she has no way to contact me. She lost her car to repo a few months later, got kicked out of her place, and had to sell her prized shoes and purses just to stay alive. I then find out that she got a job at her old restaurant. So I post all the text conversations I have with her and the guy talking about having babies that have timestamps on it, as well as post conversations we had with the matching timestamps, showing all of our friends what she has done. I then have friends call and complain at her job constantly on both he and her that they work at a restaurant, so I have friends dine and dash. They both get fired. You know, this is a little, I don't want to say it's far. At this point in time, I would say it's honestly fair game. So as long as you're not physically injuring an individual. I'm a very petty person. But at the same time, this is when you're really taking it, beyond. You're going above and beyond, which honestly, it's all right. It's all right. Hey, if he has the means to do it, go ahead, right? I'm really staring on these things, man. Eye for an eye. So she tries to call my command and tell them that I abandoned her and she can't provide for herself. My commander knows what is going on. He does nothing because he had something similar happen. Girl, you get no love. Then about a month before I come back, she calls me from another number to tell me she is pregnant with his kid. Mind you, I'm still gone, so we cannot get a divorce yet. I'm pretty sure he means like that other person's kid, but yeah, man, good on that army sergeant, especially if he also had this happen to him. Good luck, honey. Good luck. But let's read on. She moved away with him, 10 hours from me. April 24th, 2018. She calls me 5 months pregnant, crying uncontrollably, asking me where should I go? Apparently, they have a giant blow up fight. She tells him she is leaving. She says she doesn't know where to go. And I simply say, sorry, not my problem anymore. Bars. Fast forward January of this year. She calls me from a mutual friend's phone. Her. He hit me. I don't know what to do. Me. Maybe you don't cheat on your husband when he's deployed for some guy who talks big game. Her. Well, I guess you were happy about this. Me. No, but I'm glad I know I'm not the bad guy in this story. And then the next month. Her. He's cheating on me with 2 girls. I'm sorry. I regret everything I did. I fucked it all up. Me. Yeah, you did. All in all, this woman destroyed my life. Put me into a deep depression I'm still dealing with. But I do feel a little bit better having to prove that I wasn't the problem. To think if this happened even 10 or 5 years ago, I would have come back to an empty bank account, an empty house, as well as seeing my then wife, pregnant with another man's baby. She actually hit me up yesterday to ask for some money to help cover rent. Girl, if you don't get your broke ass to McDonald's looking ass, I can't pay my rent looking ass, I cheat now, I want the world to fix it for me looking ass, please. Moving on. Some edits to go over to fill in the gaps of the story. I realized I left out that we got divorced before the kid was born, so I have no financial responsibilities to her, have it now for almost a year. I mainly use T-Mobile digit services to clone the phone. Google it. I don't feel like typing it. Also, no, I wasn't celebrating that she was physically abused. I did tell her to call the cops, but that's all I did. It's not right to abuse someone, but I also have no responsibility to watch out for their well-being or her well-being. And he is right on all points. Now that DD Digital or T-Mobile Digital, whatever, I don't know what that is, but that's what he used to clone it. It's a good thing he filled in that blank that he got divorced before the whole kid thing, because boy, that would have been spicy, depending on what state he's in. And yeah, you don't celebrate anyone's abuse, especially women's abuse. But in the case that happens, it's not your responsibility, right? You can feel bad. He told her to call the cops, told her to do the right thing, but there's no shoulder to cry on in this case, and I wouldn't give her my shoulder to cry on, bro. I'd be like, yo, that's tough cookies, bro. You reap what you sow, man. You know, in these times, I know people want to say they want to live righteous and all that shit. It's like, oh yeah, just be the bigger person. Nah, bro. When in life do people learn from you giving them the benefit of letting them get away with their wrongdoings? When does that work out? So if someone were to punch someone in the face, steal from someone, stab someone, kill someone, if you don't, like, without any proper repercussion of the same magnitude, then they're not going to learn, because they're going to think, I can get away with it. My punishment is not going to be equal to the pain that I've caused, right? That's why we have the jailing system. You know, you take someone's life, they give you life, right? You spend your life in solitary confinement, freaking working for like 3 pennies an hour, right? There's repercussions. If you punch someone in the face, when you punch someone in the face is another thing. Don't expect just to get punched back in the face. You've initiated something where the retaliation is going to be, if anything, 2 times greater or more. It's never going to be the same thing. There's no rules in that regards. People just really think with this blind mentality sometimes. And this for anyone who, you know, you're free to your opinion. But this for anyone who's going to come in here and almost defend her, bro. There's no defending anything here, bro. There's no defending here. This guy was totally in his right. Feel bad for the brother. Anyone who does something like this, whether female or male, is a piece of shit. You know, guys or girls, just break up with the person if you don't want to be with them. That's it, man. That's it. Just be an adult, be responsible, and then move on so you don't cause scars and damages to people. It's selfish beyond means, and anyone who does that is scum. There's no arguing it. If you can't control your emotions, you shouldn't have been in a relationship. Scum behavior. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. This one took a little more darker approach, but I'm trying different things on the channel. So I appreciate anyone that watches, likes, shares, and subscribes. You guys have yourselves a good one. I'm out this bitch. Peace.